Pretty close. No, he switched to a Glimmer Cape. He was going for the Spirit Vessel. If he eventually gets his hands on that, this Necrophos is going to feel a little bit cut, a little bit useless.
Yeah, Glimmer Cape is just too good not to have on Warlock, since you can use it during upheaval.
He didn't take the cast range this game, though, by the way. When you got to level 10, he decided Fatal Bond's damage was more important, which you can appreciate.
Go all in with Sleight, with Finger. That's the dream. But they're not on the same page. I mean, Lion is close to level 18. And that's going to be 20 seconds cooldown on that AoE Finger.
They will constantly be looking for kills. And they're going to look for one now. They're smoked up. Chaos on the move. TP coming in from Bane, but that means the next person TP is going to be slow. Weaver is not up here right now. Misery going into the high ground. Blink away, coming out from Fade. Remnant forward wants to pursue this, but no, gets Hexed and Nightmare as well. Can't jump on him, though. They're going to blink forward with the Troll. Looking on the Fade. Maybe can do enough damage to bring him down. He's gone. They need to get everyone else out. Preemptive Dust from DY. He's like, God, no. I hope there's no one on me. They might just go Roche now, though.
And Troll has MKB, so he has a way to deal with evasion on side of TB. They're being pinged out, but
they know.
They have a sentry ward.
Yeah,
Misery is gonna stun him.
The rock getting dropped. Necrophos taking a lot of damage. Finger through as well. He's gone.
Aghanim Scepter.
No, the Weaver! He got him! The time lapse just in time. Paparazzi, BKB activated, gonna fight against this Cypher's gonna come out. They've already lost Nyx and Lion, and now the Fiend's Grip. The Shackles, everything on the Ember to ensure he dies. The Glimmer Cape will not save his life. And we said we wanted to see Yang play a little bit differently in these fights. And he saves Necro from, well, the side of a cliff, essentially. He was just about to drive off it.
And he delivers, man.
What was that? 10%?
My God, at
5%?
the exact timing that he needed to cast this spell. Suddenly, bam. This game not looking good for Chaos anymore.
Oh, and that was the big surprise. I mean, he only recently picked up that axe. They maybe didn't know about it. And they threw everything into that kill. If they get the Necrophos, there's no way that Vici can fight into them. But, oh, this Weaver, he is the game changer here. Quiet for most of it, but all of a sudden, just making a huge racket.
Oh, man, this feels so bad right now. They have Aegis on TB, on top of 9 seconds BKB. Scotty's gonna be done in 500 gold once he sells Raid Band, Magic Wand, and Quelling Blade, and they get this Shrine. Also, this is Necro with Cheese right now, plus Lotus Orb, so he can get out of the Ember Spirit chains. He can dispel a couple of things on top of it, and it's extremely good against Lion. Imagine popping that shit against Lion with Aghanim Scepter. Bam.
Oh, you just killed yourself. Thumbs up, buddy. If only Lion got extra damage from killing himself with Finger. Nightmare coming out onto that Lion. Tavo in trouble here. Can he get away? They reveal him with the dust. Stun onto one, but throughout the Hex and the Finger as well, it's not enough. Tavo needs a little bit of time to blink away. 1 second. Gets it. They can't find him. Meanwhile, mid lane. Actually going in. They found a target here. Necrophos in a lot of trouble. Does have the cheese. Might be forced to eat at this rate. Flame guard up. Searing Chain's there. Needs reinforcements, but actually, the only person getting reinforcements here is Chaos.
I'm not sure if he had enough time to pop that cheese. It looked like he did.
I don't know if it was worth it. They were so far away still. Searing Chain's coming out in the meantime with the Bane. They're actually going to pull the Nightmare off so that Mystery can follow up with some stuns. That'll be enough to get the kill on to DY as well.
Nicely done. Nice 4-staff by Misery. That 90 GPM talent kicking in, which means he's going to get some items right now.
In the meantime, he wants to read some more. I'm not even sure Nyx has eyes either. This is just... There's so many questions about the idea.
What do you mean? The bug. He probably has like 8 pair of eyes.
I mean, I can't... Like, look, he's got this kind of helm on, right? He's got this kind of edgy look going on where you can't see his face. It's just darkened out by this...
Let me just check my own Nyx Assassin set.
That's how you judge
Nope,
him.
still can't see any eyes.
There you go. Well, they do see a target here, though. They found Shaman. He's gone. And Vici, after what seemed like a few solid plays, now just crumbling one by one. They're going to find Terrorblade and force the BKB out. He'll get away, but that's a big BKB being used. Especially when you still have the Aegis.
Yeah. Again, we can see a couple of mistakes made by both sides. Now Vici Gaming says we had enough. They just bought a gem. Beaver is going to be the one carrying it. Level 20. Also has Vlad's on top of it.
He did go for the swarm attacks to kill. Pretty useful with terrorblading a lineup, just allowing him to actually get that minus armor benefits. His opponent's not moving in. HFN going pretty deep. Needs to back away, though. We'll be able to do so. They can't afford to throw out the scythe straight away. A little bit of probing, a little bit of poking and prodding. Chaos need to get out, though, because Ember is not here, and Vici know this.
He has Boots of Travel ready in a couple of seconds, but Vici Gaming, they're chasing them. Ideally, they want to kill Warlock. Isolate. They saw him with the sentry ward. They have no stuns.
He's out. No one anywhere nearby. Bane's still far off, and well, your Shaman, he's still dead this whole time, so you haven't got your Blink initiation. Still pursuing, though. Ori wants to find something out of this, and Misery is in this and waiting. Yang has the gems, going to reveal him, though. Uh-oh. Things come out. Hex is there. They're trying to move in. Power trance as well. Weaver. A lot of damage done. They're stunned. Returned onto the Fiend's Grip. Lock control in place. They've already lost the line, and now they'll drop the rock. It's going to get him out of this. There's the side. BKB out of it. HFN's going to be fine. Stands up and fights against Ori. He's going to move away with Shroud. Bane won't be so lucky. He's being ran through and killed off, and Paparazzi being slowed in this upheaval. Can't actually join the fight on the side near the shrine. Tarbo did fight back for this. Stunned up. Going to turn around. Finger's going to come out. Does get the kill. Going to move out of the Serpent Wards and away. Getting pretty low, but Ori cannot finish him off. HFN will TP to safety. Searing Chains from Wee to lock in the illusions and make sure Paparazzi's just playing with himself on the side.
This reward
Again, killing 2 supports for Core Lion. They still didn't get neither Cheese or Aegis. Actually, Aegis is going to be gone in 30 seconds. So one buyback for 2 supports. Not too bad. Pretty even game, though. Yeah. Only 1k net advantage. And
well, look at the charts as well. I mean, it looks more like we're checking in on someone's heartbeat here. This is just back and forth, up and down. Welcome to the trampoline of Dota games right now, as neither Chaos or Vici can seem to just take a definitive win that, well, seals this game out. I mean, you look at it right now, there's an advantage in terms of racks for Vici, but we've seen how quickly one team can just punish the other from one small mistake.
Shadow Shaman needs not to die. They need to either try blow up Warlock once he has ulti, or try to burst Troll Warlord before he can get anything off.
They almost done at that time, but he had the BKB just before the Scythe. I'm surprised Ori didn't cancel that point, but maybe took him by surprise. These BKB charges, this is the big deal for the Terrorblades. They're getting shorter, and we saw the effect of that as he couldn't get out of range of that upheaval. And King just laughing on the side like a manacled villain. Just hold him in place.
Upheaval is such a strong spell. I would say that's his second strongest spell, besides Chaotic Offering, of course.
Not a big fan of the Fatal Bonds.
Fatal Bonds is fine, but casting one good upheaval in a clutch area can easily win you a whole team fight. If they can get on top of you, BKBs are down. Look at Tavo.
Go farm, buddy.
Fingering those creeps, yep.
You know, it's like when people laugh at Kunkkas and say, why'd you boat a creep wave? It's like, why do I care? It's low cooldown for a line. It's even lower at 20 seconds.
He decided to go for +2 mana drain multi-target.
I mean, he needs it. He needs it so badly.
He needs mana. Also, he's gonna deal with TB illusions.
Pretty effectively, indeed.
Yeah.
Let's see. King, he's almost level 17, so not far off that level 3 golem. Could be pretty handy here. And you can actually see Vici already making a move towards the base. They're going to try and force Chaos back very fast. Maybe in a disarray fashion. About to reveal it. Got the wards. They can throw down the serpents. There it is. TP's coming in. Glyph activate as well. They're going to have to clear these out somehow, but they have to deal with the hero stand behind him. There's Terrorblade uses the Metamorphosis. Isri stuns. Doesn't
nice
hit onto the TV, though. Nice amount of dodge coming out. So they'll secure another lane, and this is always the frustration, is when you're playing up against a Shaman, he will just eventually just keep doing this if you don't come to them.
Why does everyone have XP talent in this game? Warlock, Weaver, Shadow Shaman, Bane.
You know, the layer talents are pretty strong. You get decent stats as well, I guess. So, well, they thought about dropping the rock there, but it's a little bit awkward to fight into the high ground from that angle, so they decide against it. King just checking that he can still keep cancelling. I'm waiting for the moment where he accidentally drops it and they know it's under reward. And we're like, well, this game is... No, Root on Necrophos. A lot of damage being done. There's Hex coming out and Troll Warlord. They're going to keep him away, though. The Searing Chains is good enough. Now, HFN. Side coming on too. He's got his BKB activated with the Battle Trance. Going to start fighting. The side. Fiend's Grip coming out. Forced off to try and get Lion away and keep Tavo alive. He's getting pretty low. Shadow Blade's up. To move away, will be able to do so. Now they're going to turn around. Trying to get Weaver low enough to kill him off, but Nightmare's going to come up. Finger gets him. That's a dead bug. He has got the buyback. He can time this back in, but that means he can't save someone else. Necrophos gone. There's Searing Chains connecting on Shadow Shaman as well. Going to find another kill. They flip it into 3 after almost losing 2, and now DY on the side just about gets out. They don't have the damage of the lockdown.
Not ready. That's also a buyback from Weaver. DB needs to stand his ground and actually try to play more aggressive to deal the damage and rely on faceless Weaver. All right. I mean, it's eyeless Weaver. I don't know. To try to save him because this is not working out for them.
You saw the conundrum for this Weaver with the Ags, right? He bought back. He's like, wait, if I time-lapse myself, I can't save our Necrophos anymore.
He saved Necro once in that fight. Also, not the best rock, again, used. They still won the team fight. The problem was they didn't manage to secure the last tick on Lion.
Yeah,
and then
nice
he used the finger on
Misery as well.
Two-man finger. Suddenly, the whole fight turned around.
And they almost got him too, because they had the sentry down, so he was taking damage from the swarm that entire time.
Yeah, the problem is they stole their gem right now. So Nyx Assassin, look at those items. Just a casual Guardian Greaves.
As you do as, you know, a support. No biggie. HFN being freed. Oh, there's Hex coming out. Gonna jump in though. Go forward. HFN, look at the blade. Gets rid of the shackle straight away.
Bash.
Now the finger through. Gonna look for one of Bane. Finds it. Time lapse just in time from Yang. But Paparazzi with the BKB activate has to fire up against his Misery. Gonna get low and go down. They won't want to deal with him right now. They want to kill everyone around him. HFN looking for the pick off on the Yang, but can't find it. He's got time lapse in 6 seconds, and that is why he was trying to get the Weaver instead of fighting the Terrorblade. I mean, you're basically dealing with a Terrorblade who has 2 mini shallow grays, right? You got the Sunder, and then you got the time lapse as well. You don't want to play against that.
This Terrorblade is so farmed, but he has trouble dealing the damage because no one is keeping them in place. Like Necro's not doing it, neither does Weaver. If Shadow Shaman and Bane dies, Chaos is winning this team fight.
And that's the big thing. The biggest thing here, I think, is you say was the Terrorblade, right? It's great for them, but the problem they're having is their backline gets sniped out by this troll because he has that blink dagger. And I think that's maybe the highlightable item of the game so far. Is it's just allowing HFN to get maximum use out of his abilities and items.
Yeah, HFN always has great itemization. When you see it, it's Battle Fury into BKB and straight into a blink dagger. When you buy a blink dagger on troll, you run out of item slots. That's the problem, but it can also be game winning, as you mentioned.
He's hoping not to do that. Now with a second life to work with as well.
Oh, Warlock level 20. Summons a golem on death.
Yeah, on top of that, he has a refresher shard. Oh. Doesn't matter if he accidentally slips with his finger this time. Now he has a backup plan.
So we might see 3 golems, and suddenly the game just ends.
I mean, they had choices. They could have went for the golems. They could have went for the double finger. Wouldn't have been a bad choice here. Does do a lot of extra damage, actually, at this stage. In fact, I'm pretty sure... I think Terrorblade is the only one who wouldn't die from double finger. Actually, maybe Weaver as well. It'd be pretty close for him.
Yeah, it's hard to do math because...
I mean, I'm not a mathematician, all right? I just...
No, but it's hard. Dota became so hard to actually think how much damage you're gonna receive. Oh, look at Lion. He has Finger, which is magical damage. Then he has 8 Finger of Death kill charges. Plus, he has some spell amplification. Then there's magical resistance on the heroes. Then you need to do those things, so...
Yeah, we are not the Count from Sesame Street. That's not our job, right? In fairness, most players do, like, people assume that some people just doing godly maths on the fly, and there might be 1 or 2 players, but I think it'd be fair to say most players, you just get a feel for these things over time.
Yeah, you do. That's how most pro players actually play. But the thing about it is it became harder because, like, it's not just let's say 1,000 damage minus 25 magic resistance, so you know how much he's gonna deal. So
yeah, thanks for that, Ice Frog. You know, maths is hard enough in the first place. Just adding in these different layers, I've got time for those calculations. That's where the tactical pause is coming. Smoke movement coming up from Chaos. They want to wrap around. They think that Vici is in their own jungle, but they're in for a surprise, or we is, in fact. Hex comes out, he's been caught. That's going to be a big kill, and I mean, he thought he was safe here, especially with the way Chaos was moving. They had no idea they were on that high ground.
Man, Vici Gaming playing so aggressive, even though they just planted one observer wards. They couldn't see anything on the map, and they still go for this kind of play.
Greedy, but because it's so unexpected, because it seems almost insane to do that move in this scenario, it works out. Now Chaos will have to think a little bit more, because this is always the threat, right? When you're talking about the Shaman who can blink in and insta-hex you, you're talking about an Ember who doesn't have a Linken's, he has that Lotus. He needs to be reacting to these, and you don't have any time to do that with that kind of combo.
Yeah, I feel like Chaos just needs to try to play around the TB's BKB, and if they can survive the initial burst, cut into backlines, grab a kill on those supports, they're winning this game.
Challenge is reaching them, and well, at the moment Vici are playing heavily around what has been slightly changed since it was that time, but was before referred to the OG high ground. It's just area that seems impossible to penetrate.
He said the word penetrate.
We're only in our 20s. We're allowed to be immature, guys. Hey, we're only in our 20s, guys, alright? We're allowed to be immature. Aren't we all just man-childs? Maybe not all of us. I mean, some.
Yeah, I noticed that I'm using more of a dad jokes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you ever done the Hungary one?
No.
It's like the man someone's like, man, I'm hungry, and you're like, no, you're not. You're not a country. Me, I'm not even a dad.
Now we're just having fun with his lion. Has EB queued up. Oh, I can't wait to see some EB action.
You know what you do? You wait for the Necrophos to shroud himself.
Shroud and E-Blade on top of that.
Then you start sending out milk cartons with his face on them, looking missing Necrophos.
Missing person.
Smoked up again. Oh, Vici, this
Ember
is
again.
They want him. He puts the Lotus down though. He's like, no. Something doesn't feel right. And his team is wrapping around. The pings are coming out. HFN can lead in. Looking for the kill. No, Hex comes out instead. Now the Hex in response on the Weaver. Stun through as well. Shackle's long range. Terrorblade ready to go. Metamorphosis up. Now Yule's up in the air. Like Lion's gonna try and survive this. Gonna Shadowblade move away, but this time's gonna be there. Gonna get him. HFN out of control. They're going. The Necrophos gonna be able to save him though. With the time lapse through. Paparazzi trying to move away from this. Refresher coming out. BKB. There's a time lapse again onto him. Paparazzi. He's looking to move away from this quick enough. He should be able to do so, but Ori, he's going to be left behind. The cheese may have saved him once, but it won't save him again. HFN, he goes down. Paparazzi! Send out a newsletter, because this man hits too hard. The buyback comes out, but no, they can't TV in time. The buyback's going to come in. Wheat is here. Patrol, he needs to reach this fight somehow. They don't have a shrine to fight with. They got up. He would have split this fight up a little bit. Paparazzi needs to move away. A lot of buybacks committed. Bane running cross map to get back to this fight. Same for the Troll Warlord, and HFN, he looked like he might have control of that fight, but then Terrorblade with the horrifying, brutal amount of damage that he threw out.
Yeah, let me just see how much damage he dealt in that fight. Not that much, actually. It looked like he's doing the most, yeah, but Necro actually dealt more damage because of his Heartstopper aura.
It's pretty effective. Scales really well into this late game, and that's why you expect to see the Nyx actually just hitting onto him, because the break for a few seconds does give you a decent amount of extra HP to work with. Control will Hex up, the Lotus to protect him. Activates the BKB as well. Maybe preemptive with the Hex coming out, looking down around the Terrorblade. They can't jump into this though. They might be upheaval, but they're all standing in it. Stun's gonna come up, Finger Blast through. Gets a lot of damage in. Shaman protected by the Nightmare from the Slight Fist though. It's gonna live through this. Paparazzi's still trying to run out of the base, and they are just toying when BKB comes out, turns around the tower, but Yule's up in the air, should be able to escape from this. Has the Blink Dagger to work with, but no. Hex, when he comes down, he's gone. And that's a buyback right now. They might actually be able to do it. Vici don't have to leave anymore. Ori moving forward. Here's Ori, does throw out this stun. Spike Carapace as well to make sure he stuns up the Terrorblade and can't be pursued. They did root onto the Bane, but they don't want to pursue onto that. That's not the easy end kill they're looking for. The Fiend's Grip is coming off cooldown. He has got the stick to work with, so he'll have enough mana as well. Jump in, HFN trying to go for the kill right now. Needs to get DY. Can he get enough? One guy slow him down. Time that's back, but back into the hands of HFN. He might have finished it, but the Hex comes out. They can turn around. The ping's going to be there. Increase the shackle duration. Stun through onto 2 is good. And now DY, no, because he went for that play. He won't have the Fiend's Grip available. They might have actually done enough to actually fight against this. HFM, the back trans going in. trying to protect himself with the use of the Ghost Shroud. Chasing through, Scythe's going to come out. Misery takes a lot of damage, but not going down just yet. And Ori going to be turned around. Triple kill already for HF, and he's holding the base. Remnant forward. We chasing for more. Can't find Yang, though. He hides in the tree line. He's got that gem. He needs to get out. Searing Chains, though, locks him on the spot. He's got the time lapse to move away. They can't chase anymore, though. They need to deal with the creeps in their base. They don't really have the mana or the items to pursue. Not without the Tavo Lion.
Man, why didn't Vici Gaming just go for the top Raxes instead of fighting? Like, TB didn't deal any damage to the top Raxes.
Seems like an over-obsession with just finding a kill and flipping victory from that. I mean, we saw it work out before. It bought him so much time when they sniped we in the top lane. And it seems like since then, Vici have just kind of been out for blood.
Yeah, save your body system. Syndrome, whatever you want to call it. Probably more of a syndrome, because I can see a couple of them being ill on side of Vici Gaming. They try to save him with Weaver Ags, and now they don't have buybacks for 30 seconds.
And it seemed greedy, right? Because they went for the play off the Enfeeble instead of just Fiend's Gripping. I think maybe if they Fiend's Grip, they're fine there, because then you've got...
He didn't have enough mana for Fiend's Grip, that's the problem.
Oh, he had stick, though. He had stick.
He didn't have enough mana, I checked.
Okay. I remember I saw at one point with 300, and he needed an extra 100, which with the stick would have got him there. But then I think he threw out the Enfeeble.
I was keeping an eye.
Okay, I'm probably just misrecalling. It looked like
Trust me on this one.
I believe you on the cost.
Roche will respawn in 2 minutes. So
I believe you on that.
Something is up.
I can see the numbers, but I believe you.
Let's see, level 25's Warlock getting close.
Almost.
Ember Spirits 25 minus Remnant Charge restore time.
And Tavo, Tavo's getting very
nice.
close, and that Hex could make all the difference here. That AoE Hex.
Yeah, there's another Tome coming in 30 seconds.
They might fight here.
I assume he's going to be the one buying it. There's a Hex on Weaver.
And there's a Hex going to come on to Nyx. They're moving forward. The loot for him. Shackle's going to be there. They drop the rock, though. This isn't a choke point. Maybe not the best way to fight. Now Slipe coming out. Misery, she's going to stay alive, though. Now, coming around. A lot of damage being done. Necrophos. Time lapse to get him away. Ghost Shroud holding on spot. Finger as well. A lot of damage being done. BKB on Talvo is not going to protect him, though. The damage from Paparazzi a little bit too high. We moving in right now. Going to try and use Slight Fist. Remnant's away just before they can actually lock him down. The Shackles got interrupted. Or actually, no. Yeah, he just died. Now they're going to chase forward. King going to turn around. There's the Abyssal. Return on the troll, though. Needs to be away, but the Fiend's Grip is there. And now, from long range, Paparazzi will try and snipe him out. We looking helpless. Can't help him out, though. And he's just going to go down as well. They know it's over. GG comes out. Vici Gaming finally bring game 1 to a close. And it was hard for.
Man, what a game. I expected that Vici Gaming is going to have an easier time, but Chaos, man. And December Spirit managed to actually survive and come back from a really shitty laning stage, and overall great item usages from both sides. Positioning from some of the supports was not the very best, but overall a great game, man. Paparazzi godlike once again, and you talked about Blink Dagger being the game-winning item. It was at one point looking so good, but I'm just gonna call out Weaver with Aghanim Scepter. This item just straight out won them the game.
Yeah, such a low cooldown as well. 16 seconds. You can use. I mean, we saw some fights where he got not just 1 but 2 time lapses out, and the difference there was they're essentially trading the cores out, right? Like Necrophos tanks the initial, Terrorblade takes over at the backline if he has to. They throw a support or 2 in there, and they always keep them alive. That was their focus. In the end, there was only so much Chaos could throw at them. Like, you know, the Warlock ults were pretty big throughout the mid-game. Lion's damage seemed great, but we saw it even with the BKB. You reached a point where he just evaporated. Maybe something like a Ghost Scepter at least would have been better against the Terrorblade, do you think?
They had the Forstaff Glimmer Cape. He had a Yule Scepter for himself. But positioning from Vici Gaming and the ability to go for the fights when I don't feel that they're that strong. It was just beautiful to watch in the end. And TB uncontested with that refresher orb, 2 BKBs, 2 metas, 2 Sunders, pretty much unkillable since there's Weaver sitting behind them with Aghanim Scepter, and also you have this frontliner Necro. So I expect them to maybe pick a bit more tanky offlaner, something with a stun control that when Yanks plays it, I feel like they just play way better when they play with initiating hero on Yank.
We'll see how both teams switch it up because we are doing best of threes here. So game 1 going the way of Vici. Chaos, they can still pull this back. We're going to go to a short break and then we'll be back with game 2 to see if they can do exactly that. Or Vici will just continue a dominant display after winning that minor.